Here's what I believe to be true as an entrepreneur and a business owner is you need massive confidence, okay? Yeah, you need to work on those confidence muscles. My muscles aren't that big, okay? But you need to work on your confidence muscles because if you have confidence, that leads to certainty, belief. And if you have certainty, belief, and confidence, man, you can have some massive breakthroughs as an entrepreneur and business owner, serving people, making more money, freedom, the whole shebang, okay? So what I want you to do is listen to this interview that we did with Erika Cramer. Man, she's the confidence queen. She talks about all the confidence like hacks and tactics, everything you can possibly think about. She has a crazy, crazy story to back it up too. All right, so check out this interview.
Hello.
Hey, what's going on? Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Yay, I thought you guys would be together. How cool.
I know it's like, because it's 7 p.m. over here and I'm like, man, I'm not going to go over to his place and do all that. So
we got to cut the umbilical cord,
Yeah. Oh my gosh. You guys look so much alike. It's wild.
He's got all the tattoos though. That's the only thing.
Oh, you don't have the tats. Okay. And a bit more dark. You're lighter and he's darker. How funny.
A little bit more salt and pepper going
on. Un poquito de gris. Okay.
He's trying to look a little bit like Mas Mayor.
How are you though?
Yeah, good. So I'm in my kid's bedroom. We're moving to a new office space. My beautiful pink room is gone, but we have a warehouse office that we just got. So it's going to be awesome. And we get the keys, I think, tomorrow. And then we just bought a house. So we're literally in this crazy movement right now, but it's good.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Blessed. It's really cool. Just too much in 1 week. I'm like, oh my gosh, can we, when you just want like a moment.
That's where you have to take a couple of shots of tequila, Erika.
I know. Necesito in the morning. Oh, good.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Well, I appreciate you coming on, coming on the show and just everything for your time. I know you're busy. Like I said, you have a lot going on. So, even more, I'm like, man, like, whew, much respect.
No, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I love you guys. And I'm like, oh, they're the best. And Janie was like, I'm like, heck yeah, we're going to do this. Like I saw a photo of Carrie when she caught up with you guys. And I was like, in America. And I'm like, all the cool people in America. So we need to, hopefully next year we can have an in-person hang.
Yeah, definitely. Awesome. Yeah, it's cool. Just meeting great people like you and the black belt community, just what Taki and all them have put together. It's awesome. That's the beauty of just, doing this and connecting and serving audiences and all that.
Yeah. Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it. It's
You're welcome.
Good. Excited.
All right. So I got to kick this off with a question. So at what point did you own the Erika Cramer is known as the Cardi B of the personal development world, AKA Queen of Confidence? I want to know this.
I know. Oh God. It's so funny because I wasn't even owning the Queen of Confidence name. I was like, I'm not the queen. Like I'm American. I'm Puerto Rican. We have no attachment to the crown. And in Australia, we do. They're really attached to the UK. So I was like, I'm not her. I don't want to be her. And my husband's like, in the industry, people are looking for leaders. You got to stand up and be the leader. It doesn't mean you take away from other people. So shout out to my husband, Hamish, because that flip really got me to see, you know what, I can be the Queen of Confidence, but so can't she. And so the Queen of Confidence name is my alter ego. She's who like I aspire to be, want women to be. And then the Cardi B thing just came because, again, I'm in Australia. There's like 0.43% Latinos here, which is wild, like wild. We don't have representation in America. Never mind Australia. It's a long time coming. And so I really love, when I was writing my book, I really channeled a bit of Cardi B. Now, there are many things about Cardi B that I do not agree with, okay? Her values and what she does on the weekend. And there's a lot that I don't agree with. But I really love her. I don't care what people think about me. I'm going to do me. I'm going to be loud and proud. I'm going to make money. I'm going to work with Pepsi and Coke. She just has that not caring what other people think. And I love that about her. So I kind of was like, I need to take a piece of that. And here in Australia, it's a predominantly white country. And me being Puerto Rican with my hoops and my crazy nails and my cheetah print, like, yo. That's just like, it's kind of good for me because I stand out. So I was like, Cardi B, if she was a coach, like, I'm just going to use that. And it's good marketing, but also there's a lot that we don't agree with. Let's just say that.
Yeah, absolutely. And what I want to ask, Erika, is just like, what kind of challenges did you face, kind of like pursuing building your confidence? Because I love how you own that, the confidence queen. So what are some challenges like just along the way that you kind of, faced, and how'd you conquer those?
Well, good question. Well, there was always challenges in regards to confidence. And I like to say that nobody is confident. So I don't have confidence. I am in a practice of confidence, like, prayer, meditation, yoga. It's a practice. You don't achieve confident or meditated. You feel good and zen. And then I got 2 kids. One is 4 and one is 7. And they throw some spaghetti on the floor. And I'm like, oh my God, like there goes my meditation and my zen. So confidence to me is the same. I feel like we're constantly in the practice. And so for me, growing up, I grew up in Boston to a bipolar mother who was a single mother, and she was in and out of hospital. Like, she didn't take her medication. And I was physically abused, sexually abused. I was kidnapped when I was 7. Like, my husband passed away. Like, there was so much stuff. Yeah. Like really horrible stuff before I even hit the age of 25 that I could never say to you, I was a confident kid. I was a confident person. It wasn't until coming to Australia and meeting my now husband, who was into coaching and personal development, that I really started to step into it. So I thought I was unworthy. I thought I was broken or damaged or cursed because of all of the messed up trauma, really. So I struggled with imposter syndrome. I had my one belief that she's still there, that belief, and she lingers underneath. And I don't know if maybe you guys resonate with it, but you're a stupid Spanish girl from the hood. That was my belief.
Yeah.
Ella todavía viene. She still comes around and tries to slide into my big ideas. And it's like, you can't do that. You're a stupid Spanish girl. It's like, that's not true, but that's there. And so I had to really try to find evidence of the opposite. And so I think with confidence, I try to find people who have similar troubles, or people who've overcame adversity, or people who've done it anyway. Viola Davis, Oprah Winfrey, J-Lo, like maybe she can't sing according to some people, but she's singing.
Right.
She's acting. Ella lo está haciendo. She's doing it. So I just look for people who are Tony Robbins, who are doing the stuff I want to do, even though they had difficulties. And I think when we look for evidence of that, then we get permission and we can do it. So if they can do it, why can't we do it? Yeah. And that was kind of my journey with confidence. I lacked it. I still don't have it. I am in the practice of it every day. Every day I'm in the practice.
Yeah. If somebody ever like kind of hits that point where they're like, man, like I've made it with like confidence, or do you think it's just kind of one of those things where it's just like ebbs and flows, you know what I mean? Daily, weekly, monthly, like it's just momentum where it's like, man, I'm feeling super confident. My belief is up, my certainty's up. So it's all good. But then when something like hits the fan, it's like, it goes down a little bit. You feel like it's like that?
100%. And I feel like too, there's a level up, right? You're like, why is this bad stuff, air quotes, happening to me? And it's like, this is your level up. I talk a lot about like your pain is here to level you up. It's not here because you deserve pain or God hates you or you're a bad person. Like, it's here as a gift, and it's disguised as crappy stuff, but it's really a gift. So I don't feel like it's a final destination. We like to say confidence is a practice that you commit to daily, hourly, sometimes second to second. I think about doing a TED Talk and how amazing that would be. But on my way to the TED Talk, like, what am I going to wear? I know I'm going to be sweating under my armpits. Might have to do a spiritual coup before I get on stage. 100%, and I'll be shaking, and then I'll get into it, and people will see my TED Talk and go, "Oh my God, Erika, you killed it!" And I'm like, "But did you see the sweat in my underarms?" And then I had to do a spiritual coup before I got on stage. Like, no, they just see the end. So I think we need to be mindful that the journey to confidence feels like crap. That's why the book is called Confidence Feels Like Shit, because it doesn't feel good. You're really, every new thing you do, for you guys, the starting your podcast. I didn't know what the heck I was doing when I started my podcast. Getting on a massive stage, reaching new income levels, starting a new program. It's like, oh my God, I've never done this. So you're going to be scared. And that, to me, that fear, that scare, that unknown, that to me is courage. That you walk anyway, so it's definitely a roller coaster.
No, it's powerful. It's such a good point. And then like, I just want to circle back, Erika, if you don't mind, just because I know it's going to help the listeners so much. And just, thank you for being so courageous and just, sharing just like everything that you've been through in the past. And I didn't know all that, just like, the upbringing part, just, with your mom being sexually abused, physically abused, and losing your husband. I mean, that's rough, and we've had dark times. I mean, we lost our father when we were 17. Wow. Lost part of our mother because she lost her mom after. So we've been through some shit too. So like, how did you get through all that? How did you get through all that?
To be honest, I numbed out. Like, I don't know about you, but to me, like, I think the normal thing is to protect. And so we do that whole survival mode. I just numbed out. I think I had hit so much trauma that by the time, the year before I lost Gio, my husband, I got into a really bad car accident with him drinking and driving. I was 23 years old. I didn't have a seatbelt. I was ejected out of the car 25 feet in the air and landed on this carbon fiber wing, and I broke my back. So I had to get a spinal fusion. I broke my left ankle. I was in the hospital for like 25 days on a morphine pump. I'm blessed that I got to walk out of there because they were like, we don't know what's going to happen. And I thought that was a wake-up call. And I was like, all right, I better start living my life. I better start doing what I want to do. And the following year, Gio passed away in a car accident by himself. And that was like, whoa, like I was done. I really thought I was cursed. I really thought like, what am I doing here? Like, this is the worst, like the sexual abuse, the kidnapping, the verbal abuse, the just lacking confidence, no mentors. I barely graduated high school. I was, a troubled kid. Can you imagine? There was no mentors. So, and then Gio dying, I was like, I'm done. Like, this is it. So I think I numbed out for 3 or 4 years. I got into really bad relationships, drank alcohol, tried to just avoid. Anybody feel me out there? Try to avoid my stuff and put on the mask.
Yeah. I was gonna say mask in the pain.
Yeah.
That's what we did.
I had a bodysuit. I was like, I'm going to step into the whole suit and zip it over myself. No one's going to see, and I think it's good because we need to survive, but also if we don't know, and I think being Latinos, like we didn't grow up with psychology and therapy and talking about your problems. Like there's machismo, there is keep a straight face, there is hold your emotions down, be poderosa, be strong. So I never knew how to deal. And so I think that when I came to Australia, following a man over here, thinking that would be my savior, I would get a fresh start. So even if you move across the world, your stuff will follow you. Like all the baggage came with me across the Pacific Ocean, but I thought I was going to get a fresh start and escape. And when I met my husband, who was my personal trainer, which is hilarious, huh? Like, I know, because I broke my back, rehab trainer. Isn't it funny how it works? Like I got him because he's a rehab trainer and I had a back injury. It's like all that is so weird. Anyway, I met him and he was just a friend. He was really lovely. I didn't know anybody in Melbourne, Australia. And slowly he started talking about what he was doing, his coaching and this. And I was like, And when my boyfriend broke up with me, my second boyfriend in Australia broke up with me. It was right before my birthday. And I didn't know anyone in this country. I had been here for a year and a half. And I looked in the mirror and I was like, girl, you are the common denominator in your hot mess of a life. It's always been you. Not my fault, but I've always been the one that is the common denominator. And it was a moment of like truth. And I had to go, what am I doing? Who am I being? Why am I attracting these narcissists or these men who don't value me or this validation I'm seeking? What am I looking for? And when I did that, obviously when the student is ready, the teacher appears and my husband's like, I know this coach. And it just started. That first coach took me, the first session was to Gio's death, which I had not unpacked for 4 years. I just went Control-Alt-Delete, that's gone in the files, but it wasn't. And so that's what started it. I was like, whoa. And I just saw the power of crying and dealing with and healing and unpacking and revealing all the things. That 12 months, I became a totally different person. And then 8 years of it, I decided, no, I want to do this work. It took me 8 years because I had a lot of stuff to deal with and I didn't want to help anyone else because I had a lot of my own stuff. But that's what happened. You have to do the work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whew.
That's crazy.
Wow. Yeah. It's crazy because like our father passed away in a car accident. So it just kind of gave me the chills just thinking about that. So I'm like, man, just, yeah.
And a lot of things to relate with too, with just like masking it, Eric got a couple DUIs, we're not afraid to kind of tell our messes, they turn into our messages. And, I got in a lot of fights, a lot of trouble with like the law, just a lot of stuff, man, a lot of stuff you look back on, so, but one of my mentors, he actually said that your true gift lies in your deepest wounds. And I truly believe that. So do you feel like that was like your true gift to really kind of come back now and do what you're doing as far as like teaching people confidence and helping them unpack some of the stuff that they're dealing with?
That just gave me chills when you said that, because I had a moment in New Zealand. We did an event in New Zealand and I had 70 women at this confidence masterclass. And it was beautiful. I came home, when you feel just elevated at an event with people and you're just on this higher consciousness level. I went into the shower and I fell to the ground, like sobbing in the shower of pure joy and gratitude for every offender, horrible example, situation, person. It was so wild. It was like not thank you for abusing me, but like thank you for giving me this pain to carry and the tools and the people that you put into my way to help me heal it so that I would never take it back. If someone could take away that sexual abuse at 9 years old where I found my voice, I wouldn't be who I am. So 100%, there is a gift in the shit. Shit is gross. It's terrible. It's horrible. Nobody wants to put their hand in shit. But in there is like the golden jewels. And if you go back and claim the lessons and you don't have to go back therapeutically, but if you can go back and claim, yes, that bad thing happened, you lost your dad, like that's huge. And that experience made you someone. So who did you become from that? We claim the bad stuff, but we forget that, you know what? I became independent. I became supportive. I became someone who stood in my power. I helped my mother. I got more responsible. I don't know, something good happened from that unfortunate thing. And so I think we're so wired to think about the bad and not go back and claim the good that happened. And so I think that's the power of what your mentor said, is like, there is good stuff in the hard times,
Yeah. And it's kind of like reminding me what our pastor says too, is he says that you got to sometimes go back and like just write down and think about all your life crucibles, because it is in the lessons. It is in the lessons. And oftentimes we don't think about it because we're so busy. We're so distracted. Just life comes up and, it's hard.
Yeah. And we're just programmed to think about the bad stuff. Like
exactly.
Yeah.
It's good too,
Yeah. So, okay. So the confidence, coaching people with confidence, Erika. And I want to get into like some concepts in your book and stuff too. So like, number one, like why, okay. So a lot of coaches listen to our podcasts and entrepreneurs. So I know they'll get a lot from this, but that's one thing, that they're not confident. They're not confident in delivery, like sales, marketing, anything. So why is confidence so crucial, as a coach and entrepreneur?
That just sounds great. Confidence is crucial. Like that needs to be. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. You got lucky on that sentence.
That's very good. Very good, Eric. He's good with his marketing. It's crucial because I think confidence is about self-belief. It's not about I've already done it. It's not proof. It's not 100%. Yes, I know this. It's I can do it. I've never done a TED Talk, but I know I can do it. And my belief in the message and the belief in the impact is going to give me that desire.
I know what you're thinking. You're probably like, dude, come on. I was literally watching this video, watching this interview, and you literally just pop up on the screen and interrupt it. Trust me, there's a good reason for this. Just hold on, and I'm gonna let you get back to that interview or that video. Trust me, all right? So the reason why I stopped you on this is because we're giving away our book 100% free. Okay. So if you're a frustrated fitness professional, you're not growing fast enough, you're looking to future-proof and recession-proof your business by adding online training, or if you're doing online training, you want to scale and grow faster, all you have to do is check out our new book. We're giving the audio away, we're giving the PDF away. So all you have to do is click the link below in the description box and get your free copy. All right. So now back to the video.
To walk in the dark. And I really want to, for everybody listening, I really want to stress that confidence doesn't mean high five, you're sorted, you know what you're doing, you feel good, you're like, yeah, I got this. No. Confidence is, oh my God, what am I doing? Oh, I feel stupid. Oh my God, oh, my mom fell over, knocked down, someone made fun of me, I'm doubting myself, I'm looking to the side, I'm questioning. That's confidence. That's what it is.
I like that.
It's not the gold star at the end. It's the walk while you are doubting, questioning, but you're still moving. You're still moving your feet. You're still moving towards the thing you want. And you deeply down, women, I work with women and they tell me, I don't love myself. I don't believe in myself. And I'm like, bullshit. I'm sorry. Who did your makeup today? Who brushed your teeth? It's like, tell me. The part of you that believes you are worthy of having clean teeth. The part of you that wants to look nice. Like, don't tell me that. You say that, but the truth is, Marianne Williamson's quote, like our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. It's that you're powerful beyond measure. You're scared that you're worthy and you could do a damn good job, but you're scared that people are going to talk and that people are going to point the finger and then you might fall down publicly. So I'm like, confidence is you walking and taking the action while you are scared. I think in the book, I'm like, it's while you're simultaneously shitting yourself and taking action anyway. I'm pretty sure that's what it says in the book as the definition. That's what it is.
Yeah. See, I love that though, because that's that's like a totally different way of looking at it than people actually think, And really quick, Erika, I want to actually plug your book right now. What's your book called? And like, where can they get it at right now?
Oh, you're the best. It's called Confidence Feels Like Shit, the truth about confidence and what it really takes to create it. Because that's the truth. What we just shared is that's the truth. And it's kind of a paradigm shift around confidence. So you could get it on Audible. You could get it on thequeenofconfidence.com. You could get it on Amazon, basically anywhere. And I'm also going to give you guys the first chapter. If anybody wants to check it out, just like a little download, you can check out what it feels like if it vibes with you before you get the book. So I'll give that to you guys in the show notes.
Appreciate that. And real quick, the listeners, hit pause and go take action on that.
We'll be here when you come back.
Right. Well, cool, Erika. I want to shift gears here and just ask, like, because obviously, like, you're doing a lot of stuff right now. Like right now, you're running a 7-figure global business, right? You have a really big podcast, right? That it's in the top 10 of its charts. You have 2 kids and you're a wife as well, too, right? So, I just want to know, like, how do you do it all? Like,
she's in the process of moving.
I know. We're like
how do you do it all? Like, is there a system or a structure or something like that? Like that, like is like the magic?
Yeah, I definitely don't do it all. And I think that's the key, is like, you don't do it all at once. I love looking, if you're in a business and if you're a big legacy builder, I know you guys are, and I'm sure all the listeners here want to create big impact in the world, want to help people, want to do big stuff. And so I think that's a massive water bottle. I love that.
Like, it's almost like talking.
I'm like, oh my gosh, that's amazing. Sorry.
Shout out to talking.
I think if you have a big legacy and you're here to do big work, some of the stuff that's really important is that you parking lot things and you look at your business in phases. So I think it's very juvenile, immature, scarcity mindset when you try to do everything all at once. How to take over the world and be on Oprah's couch. Okay, just do one thing. So I think for us, we really focused on, and I didn't know this, we just did it because I think that's all the energy we had, focused on one program, on one target market, on one project, and kill that project, do it amazingly. And then when you have more space, because you've done that and that's going and ticking away, you have more space, you have more time, you have more resources. Now you get to decide, what do I hire? What do I do with this new set of resources? Now let's look at second thing, third thing. And so for us, we went slower. We went consistent, because I know it's a marathon. And for me, I'm not here for a little while. I'm like, I want my legacy to live for 500 plus years when I'm gone, So I think we need to be mindful of doing phases. I'm in phase 1 of my business, and over here on phase 4, which we're not here yet, I want to have all that. Cool. Put it in there and then put it to the side, because that can't be the driver, and you won't forget about it. Because I think people get scared that, what if I forget? It's like, you won't. That's your parking lot of dreams and vision. I put it physically on my wall, but it's not my focus right now, because if I start to focus on that, it's my fear and my impatience, which means I don't believe I'm going to have it. When you have impatience, it's a lack of belief. If you believe it's coming and it's yours and it's destined for you, you can let go and focus on right now. So I genuinely believe that what's coming for me is for me, and nobody can take it. And I have to do this. So my husband is incredible. We have an amazing relationship. He does the work just as much as I do. And we talk about everything. All right, today I got this. What do you got? We have work meetings, business meetings, and family meetings. Lots of meetings at the Cramer house, because we need to support each other. He's got a business as well. So I think having the people in your life know what you're doing, why you're doing it. They're on fire about it just as much as you are, and they have your back. We can't do any of this alone. Even if you're a solopreneur, one day you're going to have someone that believes in your vision and supports you, or comes on your team. So getting really good at communication, getting good at saying, no, I suck at my calendar, so I don't run it because I'm the worst. I will do all the things. Yes, 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 yes. So I have a pit bull named Janie who runs my calendar. She's lovely, but she's like, Erika can't do that. Like my husband took me off my calendar. I don't have any access to it. I just been told what to do and where to go. And I'm like, I'm there, right? And I think having presence. So I really sucked at this before I went away to a retreat recently, and I learned a lot about rest. And I wasn't ready to receive that message until this year. The message was knocking. And if anybody resonates, like, listen. I'm like, nope, not yet. Today, this year, I was ready to hear the message of rest. And I was using my high energy, which I do have, as a badge of honor. Like, I could do it. I have energy. Yeah, but I'm still a human with human body and biology, and I need rest, and I need to not be caffeinated, and I need to get off my phone. And so when you hit that level of balance, depending on the season your business is in, if you're at the beginning, that's not your season. But if you've been in this for a little while, you're doing your 50K a month or 40K, or you're making 6 figures, you need to look at Are you acting like you just started? Because that hustle will hurt you.
Yeah.
Or did you just start and you're not being humble and you're like, I'm going to go hard and hustle and you just started, like, be humble. So I think know thyself, know what season your business is in, and know what is not for now, because I can't do everything right now. I got another book that I want to write, not this year and probably not till July next year. And old me was like, I'm going to do it all right now, because I didn't believe that I was getting it. And there was impatience.
That's so good. Erika, powerful. I got to ask, do you have you have a glass of agua right there? Because you need to pour some water on that mic. It's on fire. Seriously.
Oh, hey. Boo, 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 boo.
So good. So good.
Yeah. That's super like valuable stuff. So I appreciate you sharing that. And I want to kind of go deep on this now. Now that we covered like all the stuff about confidence, and you gave some good structure, like on the phases of your business and in seasons of life. If you had, let's say, Erika, you had 5 years to live, what would you stop doing?
What would I stop doing if I had 5 years to live? That is such a great question.
That's a deep one. It's hard sometimes to answer that.
What would I stop doing? I have a really complicated relationship with my mother. And this is just fresh, like 3 days ago, fresh. So y'all are getting something brand new, fresh. And this is what I feel right now. I would really stop trying and just let it be. Like, I want to bring her into my life and I want this and I want that. And it does take a toll. And if I only had 5 years, I wouldn't try with that. I would say, allow that to be. And if that means I don't talk to you, or you do, or you don't, and I would really let that go, because there is a level of energy that takes. And that means it takes it away from time with family, takes it away from time with self. So I would stop that. And I would, anything else I would stop. Now, I have to say, I'm not trying to be over here happy-go-lucky, but I love my life now. Like, I love my life. I'm in alignment. I'm in joy. I think that I have a lot of energy because of that. So there's nothing really else. I think I would just not spend so much energy, because the time level.
Yeah, that's a powerful one. I'm sure there's other people that are going through the same thing. So that's tough, especially
boundaries.
I'm sure that's difficult.
Yeah,
it is. I'm going to try to top that deep one that Eric just gave me. Okay. All right. So
I'm going to get ready.
All right. Now you're putting too much pressure on me. So if you could go back, Erika, to that younger version of yourself, when you were going through like that really tough time, like all of that trauma, and knowing what you know now, like you've walked through all of it, what would you tell that younger version of yourself?
I would just, to be honest, I've been many times back to her, and she's so amazing, because I think we look back at our past and we think it was horrible. But as a kid, I loved being in foster homes. I loved being with kids, and obviously it was traumatic, but at the time as a kid, I didn't have the ideas that I have now and the understanding now. So I would just hug her and say, I'm so sorry that you're going through this. This shouldn't be happening to you. This is not okay. And it's okay if you feel sad and angry, and you should be able to feel that. And that's okay, because it wasn't okay to feel that, for any of us. It wasn't okay to cry. It wasn't okay to show emotion. There was no one there to be with me. And that's really, as Gabor Mate says, trauma is not what happens to you. It's what happens inside of you.
Mm-hmm.
And if you guys are alone with your pain, it doesn't matter if you're both feeling it, you're alone. So who's there holding you and supporting you? And that's where the trauma happens. Like, no one's here. I'm alone. So I would go back and just sit with her in the hard times and hug her and say, I'm sorry, this is happening. And that's all I would say, not try to fix it, because I am grateful for it. However, being to support her, none of that should happen to us as children or as people. And it's sad that it does. Yeah.
And do you feel like that's like some of the work that you're doing right now, like with your women?
1,000,000%.
Oh yeah. I was about to say, heck yeah.
Yeah. We listen, if you're going to work with me, here's what you need to know. We're going to cry a lot. We're going to cry more and apologize less, because there's a lot of stigma. Every woman I know, even at our events and retreats, where basically you're coming to cry and deal with your stuff. Oh, I'm so sorry. And I'm like, what are you sorry about? Yeah. You're sorry that your body needs to cry, like body needs to eat, like body needs to sleep, like body needs to poo. You don't go, oh, sorry. That's what the body's doing. Why does your head need to get involved and label it and judge it? What if you just let it cry and not made it mean I'm all over the place, I'm depressed, body is crying. That's what's happening. And mind gets involved and makes this whole story. So It's huge. That definitely is what we do. And I am studying to be a psychologist right now. So by hopefully next year, I'll be a psychologist, and I'm going to put it under coach because I want to be a coach. I don't want to be a psychologist, but I want to have that. Yeah, I want to have that because, we don't get into these rooms as coaches. Our industry, as you guys know, needs a lot of work. And so I'm doing that because I want to try to innovate this industry. I want to try to innovate personal development and mental health and make it more normalized that all of us are messed up. All of us have stuff. Yeah. All of it is trauma. It's not because you weren't sexually abused. If your parents got a divorce as a 4-year-old, that's traumatic.
Yeah.
It's traumatic. Who was with that 4-year-old? Go back to her and be with her or him. And this is the stuff that, especially in our culture, it's looked at as, tú eres loca, you're crazy, you're a psychiatrist, psychologist. Like, it doesn't have to be like that. It's about being compassionate to yourself.
Yeah. And we can turn our messes into our messages and help other people. Yes. And honestly, it's interesting when you said that about like when women tell you, like some of your women tell you like, I'm sorry for crying. I'm just like, man, like why would someone say that? So I mean, like, where does that come from? You think it's just society or it's just upbringing?
Yeah. Do you know the biggest blocker of, we've been studying confidence, and by studying, I mean working with women I was a hairdresser, then I was a stylist, and then I became a coach on the inside. So I was always doing confidence work. And it doesn't matter if your nails are painted, your hair looks good, you got a fresh beard, you got a nice cut, you got Jordans on, doesn't matter. If the inside onion is not happy, you're not nothing. You could have the best clothes, the best this. And by watching and studying confidence for all these years, what I realized and what we realized, the number one blocker is caring about the opinion of others. And sometimes the good opinion, your dad, your mom, the people that love you the most, and they don't even know that they're traumatizing you, like my mother is right now, with their, opinions and their thoughts. And it's like, that's the blocker. So I really feel like what you're saying is most people are scared to be seen, to be made fun of, to be pointed the finger at. Yep. They care too much about what people think of them. And that's the blocker that stops us.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the beauty of it is, they got like a great coach like you that, they're in good hands with. And I mean, I'm sure that onion will be peeled back as time goes, but that's beautiful. So Erika, I know we're coming up on time here, and I just want to be respectful of your time, but before I ask the last question, I just want to take a moment to say thank you. Thank you for your time. Thank you for everything you're doing. Just, man, you're an inspiration and a wealth of knowledge, and just everything you shared today, just of like your trauma and like what you've been through. So much respect. So I really, want to say thank you for that.
Yeah, I just want to say too, Erika, like we've seen your growth, like in Black Belt, we've been in it for 16 months, so it's just like, we've seen like the work you've done, putting in the reps and sets and just reaping the fruit. So it's just like Eric said, it's very inspirational, and respect the hell out of like your hustle and everything you're doing.
Thank you. Thank you guys so much. And thank you for doing this podcast and inviting me on to share with your listeners. I take it as a massive gift and honor because, my story is your story. Literally, we didn't even know that we had similar stories. And, if you're out there listening, there's so much that we can resonate and share. And I think that's why we need to do these podcasts and this work, is because it's not me and my stuff. It's us. It's we. And as we shine and heal and talk about this, it really creates opportunities for other people to feel seen, heard, and validated. And that's what I know that the message that we're all talking about is. So thank you guys for doing this and reaching out. Freaking love you both. This.
Thank you. So I got to ask, what's your definition of living a dynamic lifestyle or dynamic life?
Yes. Okay. So definition of living a dynamic life is a life on purpose, and purpose meaning what's on purpose for you right now. I think it's about presence. It's about choice. It's about your freedom and your values. It feels to me very you orientated, because when I'm happy or you're happy, and you're the top of the tier in your life, not your kids, not your partner, it's you, number one, then you're going to create from that space of joy and being dynamic and happiness, and everything you want gets made. So to me, it's being in alignment with yourself in the moment, not be yourself, because who is myself? I don't know. I'm constantly changing. So I don't know myself. And I hope anyone listening, I hope you never know yourself, because you'll be able and willing to go, well, that's not me. Well, that's not me. Well, we get closer and closer to who are you and who are you not? And so living a dynamic life to me is living a life on purpose for me, being present, and choosing what I desire and having that ability. And it's not related to your money or your followers or your status. It's related to inside your inner world. Yeah, that's so good.
And one of my
Powerful.
mentors too, he said something like that too, where he's like, every single month, like you should look back and be kind of embarrassed of who you were. That's how much like growth you've kind of put in, you know what I mean? To get to that next like person, next level and peel back those onions, you know?
You know, we talk about the onion, and there's this weird part of the onion. It's like the white, thin, strange. Have you seen that part of the onion? There's like the thick, flaky.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know, the flaky stuff is the bullshit. That's the mask, like whatever. And then like there's that thick, weird layer that nobody knows about. And then the more in you get, the more you cry. So I feel like the onion is so good for personal development. And then there's this weird, thin, white, strange. I don't know what the heck it's for. Those little layers, those are the golden layers that once you've done the big work and you get one of those like thin, weird onion layers, it's like a massive shift. It's like a big level up. And we have many of those, I believe. But I think you got to get to that. You got to really pull back the bullshit, pull back the surface layer stuff, and be willing to go into the depth. Get that white onion layer going.
100%. 100%.
Couldn't agree more. So what else can we support you on? What else can the listener support you on besides the book? Anything else? And then where can they find the book again?
Yeah, so they can get the book. So if you go to thequeenofconfidence.com, I will send you the book and it'll be signed and it'll be in really nice wrapping paper. And you'll get some little jelly beans and cute stuff, much cuter than Amazon. But Amazon will make it quick because it's coming from down under. I'm always on Instagram. I really love, if you love this episode, please tag us, please share it with us. Let us know so we can reshare it and more amazing people can subscribe to this gorgeous podcast with these men who are doing great work in the world. Thequeenofconfidence.com. And like I said, I'll give you a few. I have one other thing. It's the 5 steps to confidence. Okay. It's in the book. But if you want to download this and maybe you already have the book or you're not interested in the book, but you want to know about the 5 steps, it's just a little cheat sheet. It'll take you through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No matter where you are in your life right now in regards to confidence, it will support you to create confidence now. Like today, you download it, do the thing. It's incredible. So we're going to put that in the show notes as well because it's the 5 C's of creating confidence.
Awesome.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, guys, you heard Erika herself. Go to the show notes. We'll have all that linked up and make sure you guys go follow her on Instagram. She's awesome. So again, Erika, thank you so much. Muchas gracias. And then, keep up all the great work.
Thank you, Erika.
You guys are the best. Thank you so much. Make sure you review these people. Leave a beautiful review on their podcast. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, guys. Until next time.
All right. I hope you got at least 1 or 2 little nuggets to build those confidence muscles, like I said, remember, from Erika Cramer. Okay, so now that you got the confidence, you got the certainty, you got the belief, and you're ready to make some more breakthroughs, what if I told you, would you like to awaken the giant within you? Okay, check out this video right here, this interview we did with Mike Aguilera. He talks about how to really awaken that giant, that warrior inside of you, and really bring it all to life now that you have the confidence, certainty, the belief. And now, Mike, man, watch out. Check out this interview right here with Mike.